All right, friends, welcome to another episode of the Overshare Hour. And I'm so excited for today's episode because my sister, Mia, is on the podcast. So welcome, Mia.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, well, Mia, tell us a little bit about you. You're 10 years younger than me, right? But we don't act like it.
Yep, we're sisters. Yeah, I am Juby's youngest sibling. I'm a full-time student right now studying psychology. I have 2 cats that I love and I'm obsessed with. In my free time, I do a lot of meditation, yoga, that kind of stuff, but hanging out with my besties, yeah.
Yeah, Mia is my spirit animal. She's amazing. And I feel like I got the best of both worlds because there's 5 of us total. So when I was first growing up, I was kind of grouped in the top 3 of the siblings. And then I have since gone into the bottom 3 of the siblings as the middle child. And
it's
now
fun over here.
I know my younger sisters, they're my best friends. They're amazing. And we hang out constantly. And also, we just booked a vacation. We are going to Seattle. We're going to have so much fun.
I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun.
Yes. Well, okay. I have a cat story for you, just for you, Mia.
All right. Perfect.
Okay. This first one is coming from r/Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for giving away my son's cat?
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Right. My son, 15, has had his cat Spacey for 7 years. He loves Spacey. He sleeps on my son's bed, and my son takes care of him quite well. I recently started to date someone who is allergic to cats. It's not a sniffle allergy, but a pretty severe one, not deadly though. My partner and I have started to get more serious, and we've been seeing each other for a few months now, and I can't have him over because of his allergy. So I decided to rehome Spacey. My son is very upset about this and yelled at me, saying that I was selfish and that throwing Spacey away for some man that I haven't known very long is wrong. Since my husband's death, I haven't really met anyone I clicked with, and I don't know what else to do. Am I the asshole?
So
bad news.
Yikes. Yeah. I just don't know how I feel about giving away animals that we've had for 7 years. Ooh. For a guy that you met a few months ago?
Hot take? I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like this is
I don't
the most
love it.
common sense take.
Yeah.
7 years, Mia.
Yeah. That's awful.
No,
That would make me very sad as a child if my parent did that.
I know. And you guys need to know about Mia. She is obsessed with her cats.
Obsessed. She's my life, my world. Yeah,
Her
both
life,
of my
her world.
cats. Yeah.
Like actually her soulmate. So when I was reading this, I could not stop thinking about the fact 3 months you are willing to give up a family member, because that's what this is at this point. Okay. 7 years of having this cat, and for a relationship for 3 months, that's crazy.
Like, there had to be other options that we could have done, other steps we could have taken. Couldn't we put the cat in the other room? Couldn't we, like, try to make the guy get over it? Or, like, I don't know. Just like, see, like, people get over cat allergies. It's not like I don't know.
No, yeah, we had a cousin who they were so allergic. Way back in the day, they were really allergic. And I think his girlfriend, maybe she was his wife at this point, ended up having a cat. And he just suffered through it for a few months. And within a year, he was not allergic to cats anymore at all.
Over it. Yeah.
And I'm not saying, because I don't have a cat allergy like that, so maybe not everybody can. But I have heard that happens a lot, where people can just adjust to it. Because even our mom, right? Like, growing up, I thought that mom was allergic, and then turns out she's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like not really bad at all anymore. She like can coexist with my cats and everything. So
There's also, I've seen on TikTok where you can get some sort of solution. You spray it on a glove and then you put it on your cat, and somehow it makes the dander not as bad. And if you do it once every couple weeks, people who are allergic to cats are typically okay. So I'm like, there's medications, there's other stuff that we could do.
Totally.
Or just go to this man's house. 7 years is crazy.
So sad. It's hard to even think about because it makes me so sad.
Okay.
Genuinely.
Could you forgive your parent, Mia, if they gave away aspects?
Aspen specifically, literally never in my life. Like, no.
You'd be like, no contact, we're done.
Absolutely not. Like, that's just not okay. That's just, yeah. Ugh.
No, oh my gosh. And
Yeah,
especially,
you're the
she
problem.
says he takes good care of it. It's not even like this is her cat and she has to step in and be responsible or anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, let's read the top comment. Yes, obviously, you're the asshole. That cat was a part of your family, and most importantly, he was your son's beloved pet for 7 years, nearly half his life. You rehomed that poor animal for your new boyfriend's comfort. I say this as someone who is severely allergic to cats and had to rehome my own cat out of necessity to preserve my own life. But I was in and out of the hospital multiple times before I made that heartbreaking decision to rehome my cat. I can tell you that if it had been one of my parents who chose to give away my pet without my consent for the sake of their new boyfriend or girlfriend's comfort, I would have been livid and I would have never forgiven them. That is selfish and plain sociopathic. That cat was there before your boyfriend. This is not going to win you or your boyfriend any awards in your son's eyes. Be grateful if he doesn't end up resenting that man and you for the rest of his life for the betrayal and cruelty. Disgusting.
Damn. Yeah.
My
yeah. Literally.
Agreed.
Agreed. And the crowd agreed. Yeah.
Did she let the son say goodbye to the cat? Did she just do it while he's at school?
Stop. Yeah. I don't know. No goodbye would be crazy. That's diabolical.
No goodbye is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had somebody on Heeldish who, Scarlett, okay, she had the most insane mom. Her mom is just crazy. But one thing that her mom would do is she would constantly be taking in animals and the kids would fall in love with these animals and then she would just give them away while they were at school. So she would come home and like their dog would be missing, their cat would be missing, and she like never let them say goodbye to their pets. And I'm like,
it's so awful.
There's some pretty crazy parents out there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there is an edit. So OP edited, I was on the fence about whether I was the asshole or not. I didn't want to upset my son, but please understand I had no companionship for years since my husband's death, and as such, I reacted too quickly when there was a chance that I could lose this man too. I'll speak to my son about getting Spacey back home. I hope I do not lose my partner, but it is better than losing my son. Your responses have confirmed what I have been thinking. Thank you for your judgments.
Okay.
And I actually did see there is an update.
Okay.
And I had to pick this story once I saw the update because we need a happy ending, okay?
Okay.
So, update. I spoke to my son and we are getting Spacey back tomorrow. He is not far from us, and the new owners, who are family friends, are happy to return Spacey, especially as it had not been very long since we rehomed him. My son is very happy. He is still very angry with me, and that is understandable. I can't believe I did such a thing. It is not an excuse, but I was caught up in feeling something again after so long, and when my partner told me I had to rehome Spacey, I just listened.
That's new information.
That is new information.
Yeah.
I have not spoken to my new partner about this yet, but I suppose it doesn't matter. Thank you for your help. Not the new information drop.
Yeah, that had to is crazy.
Had to
is crazy.
For 3 months, they're dating, and this man has the audacity to say that you have to rehome your kid's cat.
Immediately break up.
Break up. He sounds like a jerk.
Break up. Yeah, literally, he does. That's crazy.
She took it upon herself just because she was so sad and wanted to keep him. But could you imagine dating somebody and like, say you meet somebody who has a dog that they've had for 10 years, Mia, and you go to them and say, you have to get rid of your dog. I don't like dogs, or I'm allergic to dogs.
No, that's such a red flag. That's like a crazy red flag. Like when you start like dating someone new and then they tell you you have to change something like about your life that's like so set in stone already, or like, that's just crazy. Like, who are you? Yeah.
No, totally. And also, yeah, it's just a red flag that he would even ask, because do you not have any empathy for her son? Like, this man does not give two shits about her child.
Yeah. Yuck.
Okay, well, I'm happy she did the right thing, but I'm pretty sure they're going to break up.
Yeah. She can find better.
Okay, let me find the next one. Okay, this one is coming from r/wedding shaming. Okay.
Okay.
The title is My $100,000 Wedding Ended in a Massive Family Brawl, and I don't know how to move past it.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I honestly don't know what I'm looking for here, advice, perspective, or just to hear from people who have been through something similar. My husband and I spent around $100,000 on our wedding. The ceremony was beautiful, everything was going perfectly, and we were having the best day of our lives. Near the end of the reception, we stepped away for about 15 minutes to take sunset photos. While we were gone, one of my cousins got into an altercation outside with one of the groomsmen. My cousin was very drunk, body checking them aggressively, shaking their hand to the point where the groomsman's hand hit their face and caused their nose to bleed. The groomsman then punched him in the face, and it escalated into a huge fight involving around 20 people. There were punches thrown, chairs and rocks involved. Police and an ambulance were called, and the venue shut down the wedding several hours early. We never got our first full night together as husband and wife. We missed the dancing, visiting with our guests, and everything that we had spent months planning and saving for. It feels like the last few hours overshadowed what should have been the happiest day of our lives. I'm heartbroken because none of this was caused by us, yet we are the ones left grieving the memories that we never got to make. For those of you who have had a major event ruined by someone else's actions, how did you move forward? Were you eventually able to remember the good parts, or did the ending always overshadow everything else? And if this happened at your wedding, how would you feel? Would you be able to let it go, or would you take a long time to come to terms with this? I just feel completely devastated and don't know how to process it. Thoughts?
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts. I'm trying to think if I could ever get past it. That's honestly why I wanted to read it to you, because I'm thinking, can you imagine if this happened at my wedding or at any of the family weddings that we've been to in the past? A huge, because I will say,
so crazy.
we haven't had anything too crazy, but, well, not brawls. Like we've never had brawls, but have we had family arguments that have been rough, like some family drama the last few years? I would say. And I'm trying to imagine, what if that went down at somebody's wedding and it caused the venue to get shut down to where they couldn't even have a reception? Like, could you move past that, Mia, if this was your wedding?
No, I would be very upset. I would be very upset. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. Just the fact that it, like, yeah, they didn't get to dance. It ruined the reception, all of that, all the money invested, all the planning, the romanticizing of the day, just for it to, like, turn out like that is, like, pretty devastating.
And $100,000. Which I'm like, who wrote this? Taylor Swift? Like, I mean, how rich are these people?
Yeah, that's also crazy for a wedding. So, yeah, yeah.
Although maybe people won't agree with me. I've seen some pretty crazy numbers on TikTok. People saying that they spend $60,000. I think Brand and I spent, at the end of the day, for a backyard wedding, I think we spent around $18,000.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so, I mean, even if you try to do it cheap, weddings are so expensive, but oh my gosh, I fear that I would send a bill to the people who fought.
Wait, I love that. Yes.
I don't know.
Reparations.
Yeah, because imagine you ruin someone's wedding. I mean, I think the hardest thing about it is that the venue probably had no option, because once police and ambulance are called, well, and yeah, they're destroying property and throwing chairs and rocks. What? Like, who's picking
rocks. Grab a handful.
It's giving attempted murder. Like, I'm
Literally.
so confused.
That's so crazy.
Oh my gosh. And brawls like that are so scary. Did I ever tell you, Mia, about the time that there was a brawl at the diner that I used to work at?
I don't know. No, I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous. So I was living in Pennsylvania. This was during my missionary days. and I decided that I was going to work overnight shift. So I was working from 10 p.m. to 6 in the morning as a host at this diner. And typically there weren't that many people there, but we would often get the drunk crowd. They would come in and be kind of crazy, but never anything too bad. But one day I'm working there, there's no manager. And people are in this room, a huge party, and they end up getting into a 20-person brawl in this room and chairs being thrown. Tables were broken. Like it was horrible. And all of us who were on staff, we went to the kitchen and we were hiding and calling the police and hiding because we didn't want people to start beating us up. These people were being so violent. Somebody got their nose broken. And I'm here. I know, it was crazy. I was a 20-year-old girl and very, very scared.
Mhm.
And the police came, people got arrested. And then the boss had the audacity to sit me down and say, Jubilee, we're really disappointed that you didn't break up the fight.
I'm sorry. Like, that's so dangerous. Like, one 20-year-old girl, like, no, please. You would get swept under. Yeah. Yeah, like, they're just all gonna listen to you.
Well, I actually quit after that within the next couple weeks because I was like, surely you're not asking me for, how much was I making? $10 an hour to
Literally.
stop a fight? You expect me to go and do that? I'm not
Mhm.
putting my life on the line for a hostess job that's practically minimum wage. Absolutely not. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. But I'm trying to imagine that exact chaos at a wedding. And yeah, I mean, I guess the venue has to shut it down at that point.
Yeah.
And I always thought that people were being dramatic. I don't know. Well, you've never been married, Mia. I've been married twice, so take it from me. Okay.
Okay.
They make you pay for security at weddings whenever there's alcohol involved. A lot of these venues. And I was kind of like, why? Come on, it's fine or whatever. But I guess it's for reasons like this when people are crazy. So let's read the top comment. Venmo request your cousin $50,000 and go on a crazy honeymoon. But in all seriousness, I'm sorry, that totally sucks. We had drama at our wedding, but nothing at that scale. This is so much easier said than done, but I hope you can focus on the life that you're building with your partner and try to drown out everything else. Their cousin better have apologized.
Yeah, I feel like the relationship with the cousin is going to be kind of toast. Like, how do you forgive the
We're done.
cousin? Yeah, like them specifically, I feel like that relationship is like not going to be good, right?
I know, I'm trying to imagine one of our cousins was married to this guy who was kind of crazy. And I'm trying to imagine if he started a brawl at a wedding, would we be around that man again? Or would we hold a grudge?
I think we would hold a grudge, but maybe we would get over it. I don't know. What do you think?
Okay, if it was my wedding day, I think I'd hold a grudge.
I vote grudge, yeah.
I vote grudge. I don't think I could get over it. If it was like a family function, like say it's 4th of July and he caused some crazy harm, I think I could move past it.
Yeah, wedding's different.
Wedding is different.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Ooh, I have a serious one for you.
Okay.
Okay, this one is coming from r/relationship advice. I, 25 female, don't want my boyfriend, 25 male, to ask for my hand in marriage. I, 25 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 25 male, for almost 2 years now. We met in college and things have been an absolute dream so far. He's kind and supportive, comes from a great background, and has always put me first. We've always known that we want to get married someday, and we've discussed at length what it means to us, and our views align for the most part. The problem is that he wants to ask my incredibly abusive father for my hand in marriage. For context, my father was physically, emotionally, and financially abusive to everybody in our household. I vividly remember the way that the tone of the entire home shifted when we saw his car pull up the driveway. My parents never got divorced. They're separated now, but are more interested in keeping up appearances than actually going through the process of divorce. That being said, I had a rather traumatic childhood. I don't think my boyfriend understands this, as he grew up in a very loving and supportive two-parent household. His parents do still love each other very much today. I feel like we have the same conversation very often. Me: oh, when are you going to ask? Him: when I speak to your father. Me: I don't want you to speak to my father, and he hasn't had a hand in raising me outside of financial obligation since late middle school. He literally moved out of our family home just to get away from us. I don't feel comfortable with that. Him: well, I've got to do it the right way. I'm still going to propose regardless, so it doesn't even matter what his answer is. Me: so why even do it? And then we go round and round in circles like this. My final stance is this: if after everything I've told you, you still feel the need to ask him and do it the right way, then you might as well just not propose. Is this an unreasonable decision? I almost feel like he's not convinced that my dad is a bad person. I've already deemed my dad undeserving of participating in this conversation. Why can't he just accept that? I was right.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with them. That's crazy. That's crazy. And just such a red flag and so gross. And I don't understand why your long-term partner wouldn't understand that. Like, I don't understand why they wouldn't get that. Or like, what?
Yeah, it's like, I understand that that is the common idea that some people are traditional and they want to ask for people's hand in marriage, I guess. But what I don't understand is, she writes out essentially what the conversation they're having. And I don't know, it's hard for me to not be like, throw this man away when you're telling him, hey, he was abusive. Like, absolutely do not do this. I am not okay with this. And he's just like, yeah, well, I'm going to do it anyway. What?
Yeah, that's super weird. I don't like that at all.
What would you do if this was your friend? What would you tell them to do?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I wish I knew more about their relationship because just from what I'm hearing, I'm like, throw them away. Like, bye, break up. Like, that's crazy. Like, if the person that you're with is, I don't know, just doesn't acknowledge like your childhood or what you went through with your father and still wants his approval for some reason over yours, I just don't understand why that would be a thing. So, right off the bat, with the information I have, I'm like, no, break up. I don't like him, obviously. Like,
No,
yeah.
I know. I don't like him either. And I feel like if you put it into any other perspective, like, think, Mia, of the person who has hurt you the most in the world, whoever that might be. Imagine somebody saying, I have to go ask that person's approval before I propose to you. You know what I mean? Like, this
It's a
is her
slap in the
dad
face.
is that person.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you say that you have to ask my abuser if you're allowed to marry me? That's gross. I don't like that.
Yuck. Disgusting. Yeah.
And the lack of empathy that he has for his partner, like, I feel like if she's coming to you, and it sounds like this conversation is happening over and over and over again, and if he still doesn't get it, I would rethink, is this the type of person you want to be married to? Because it sounds like talking to a brick wall who,
Absolutely.
yeah. Also, I don't know. I keep trying to think what his angle is in asking the dad too, because I guess it could just be that he's traditional, but it's hard for me not to feel like there's some grosser, maybe I'm just cynical, thing of, I have to ask a man's permission for this. And he, at this point, is valuing your dad above you and your feelings. And there's just something really misogynistic about that to me.
Totally agree. Yeah, I feel that 100%.
What do you think about people asking hands in marriage in any circumstance, Mia? How do you feel about it?
No, I mean, I guess some people like it. I guess it could be sweet. I don't know. I don't really think it's necessary, or I guess it just depends on like family dynamics and stuff. Like, it depends on the couple if that matters to you or not. To me, I don't care about that at all. I feel like. Right? What do you think?
I think it was weird with Ted, marriage number 1 to Mr. Crazy, which actually, that's what we should talk about. Okay, I'm going to bring that up in a second. But basically, Ted flew all the way to San Antonio to ask my dad's permission to marry me. And this is his first time meeting my family. And not only that, he actually called, I don't know if you know this, Mia, he called dad on the phone to ask if he could even ask me out on a date.
No, what? I didn't know that. I don't think.
Yes, before our first date, he said, I want to call your dad and ask his permission. And what's so funny is dad is hilarious because dad was like, that's super weird. Like, why do I care who's going on a date with my daughter?
Wait, I wish I could hear that phone call. That sounds so awkward.
That sounds so tea. No, I wish I could hear it. No, but it was crazy. And I don't know, for Brandon, he did ask dad's blessing. I think not permission, blessing. And I thought that it was sweet, but I think I've also changed a lot in the last 5 years. So I don't know that
100%.
I would care about that now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I feel like my desire for that has definitely waned, and I feel like it's really outdated. But I mean, like you said,
Totally.
if it's a good family dynamic, I mean, to
Mhm.
each their own,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
But okay, Mia, can you give us a story time of meeting Ted for the first time, the San Antonio trip, and then also just your opinions on him as a brother-in-law?
Well, okay. Well, I met him for the first time when he came to visit us. I was super young, like 10 years old, right? So I don't know how much I remember of this, but yeah, I just remember thinking it was so funny that my sister's boyfriend came to visit us without my sister. I thought that was so weird. Like,
I wasn't there. Like,
yeah.
he came down alone. So, like, what were you told? Because we were only dating a month at that point. So, what were you told about this trip? Were you told that it was to ask for my hand in marriage? Like, what was the vibe?
Honestly, I couldn't really remember. I think I did know that he was asking, or I think like they came back in. I think they were in the car. Maybe I made that up when he asked, and then they like came back in and it was like, oh, he asked thing. I don't know. But yeah, I just thought I guess he was coming to get to know us. I feel like I must have suspected a marriage thing because it was just like, what's going on here?
Who is
Like,
this man? And he like stayed at my parents' house. It's
yeah.
so weird.
Yeah, but we went to the river walk. That was fun. It just seemed like he was trying to charm us, and he did seem kind of charming, I guess, at first.
Really? Well, I heard from, I think mom and dad, we talked about it recently, joking, and I think maybe it was dad. He was like, yeah, he was weird. He was weird that first
Well,
time we met him.
really?
Well, there you go. Well, I also heard that he was stopping and trying to pray for people. Like he was doing ministry while you guys were on the Riverwalk.
I don't remember that, but I believe
Somebody
it.
remembered it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did I think of him as a brother-in-law?
Yes.
I couldn't stand the guy from day one.
No way, Mia.
Proud to say it. Couldn't stand him ever. Yeah, it was like I did not like him for you. I thought he was weird. I thought he was boring. He made me uncomfortable. I did never wanted to be like in the same room with just him and me. He just made me uncomfy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly, this is, well, it's not mean anymore. I can say whatever I want, but I always thought like Juby could do better. I felt
I
that.
was told that by Kenzie.
Yeah.
Kenzie was like, that's kind of how I felt when you were with him. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. You know what's so sad, Mia? I think I've told you this before. Him and I got into numerous arguments / awkward talks because he thought that you and Maggie didn't like him.
When was this?
Like when we were in Atlanta, he was like, I just feel like they don't like me. And I was like, stop it. They love you. They love you so much. But no, I mean, it was
He
awkward.
was right. I'll give him that.
Well, then he did do some weird things. Like, I don't know if you probably were too young. Maybe you were there when we were at our cousin's house and he stormed out on New Year's Eve. This was like one of the only times his mask slipped and he stormed out on New Year's Eve and he was like, she can find her own way home. He was being
I don't
crazy.
remember that. No.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy. Like the family walked into the kitchen. I was in there. I guess we were having an argument about something. And then he said she can find her own way home, stormed out. He actually left. And I spent the night crying upstairs with Kenzie. And Kenzie was like, I don't know, dude, maybe you should get divorced. So, yeah, she
Yeah.
knew. Oh, do you want to tell the Monopoly story?
Sure. I don't know if I could tell it very well, but we me, our other sister, Maggie, and then our cousins went to go visit Juby and Ted in Atlanta just for like a week or whatever. We just felt like going to visit you guys. And one of the nights we were just playing games like we do, playing Monopoly, all was well. Until it wasn't. I guess Ted's was like losing the game. And I don't really know. I wasn't really invested in the Monopoly game, but all I remember is him just getting up, him standing up and just being, you know what? You know what? And then just like him handing out all his stuff to everybody and just being like, you guys got it. Like, I'm good. And then just like leaving and going to the room. And then all of us just being like, whoa, what the heck was that about? It was really cringe. I was like, what just happened?
It was horrible. It was the worst feeling in the world because, like I said, his mask had really only slipped that one New Year's Eve time. And I don't remember if this was before or after that. But yeah, he literally stormed out and went to the bedroom. And I'm sitting there smiling, like the fakest smile. And I was like, I don't know, guys. Because, you know, one of our cousins would always be like, hey, what's going on with him? And I was like, I really don't know. So I went to the room and I tried to smooth things over and I was like, guys, he was just kidding. I don't know. It was so cringe.
Yeah.
Also because y'all were staying in our apartment that entire weekend. So yeah, we just had to smooth that over and pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah, at the time it was like one of those things where you can't tell if someone's joking. Like it takes you a second to be like, wait, what's going on? Like when someone's mad, yeah, someone's mad, but like you don't catch it at first. You're like, wait, is this happening? Are you actually upset? What? Like I'm so confused. So yeah, good times.
Oh, so cringe. Okay, man, we got off topic, but basically, yeah, I think that this guy is trash for that. So let's read the top comment. It says, I would have one final conversation with him. My father was and is incredibly abusive to me. I do not want him in any aspect of my life. You insisting on a misogynistic tradition over respecting my wishes makes me deeply concerned about how you will take my concerns seriously throughout our life together. You can examine why you're so comfortable disregarding what's important to me, or we can end our relationship now. I agree.
Yes.
That is what needs to be said.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is an update. So the update came 2 months later. I just happened to catch it. So the update is, so I ended up breaking up with him. I want to start off by saying to anyone who replied to my last post, I'm someone who can be blinded by the good in people, but your comments put things into perspective for me. I did end up showing him the post, and his initial reaction was that everybody commenting was a single bitter bitch. Yeah, I had never heard him speak about that way to anyone before, and I guess the mask finally dropped. A couple of hours after that, he ended up saying, fine, I won't ask your dad, just your mom. This was definitely an attempt to try to save things since he could tell that I was being distant with him. We dated for another 2 months after that. I know. I was trying to find ways to mend things because I'm a dummy. After an initial conversation, I went through a fast track of realizations and saw that we were so misaligned in many different ways. I'm not even sure how we had made it as far as we did. Eventually, it got to the point where I think he was just doing things to get me to break up with him since things clearly weren't working out. Some of these things included taking a trip and staying with a friend that regularly cheats on her boyfriend, saying, I didn't sign up for a therapy session every time I would try to get him to talk through things, letting his phone die every time he went out, being overly cautious with his phone when we were previously pretty lax about opening each other's phones, not in a snooping way, mainly for finding documents, responding to a text or emails for one another, etc. Unfortunately, the list goes on, but I would rather not relive all of that. Clearly, he got what he wanted and deserved, though. He did the standard, oh no, please, we can work this out, song and dance for a couple weeks after I broke up with him before finally giving up. I'm clearly not great at picking them, but I'm glad I was able to get out of this before 2 years became 10 years. Again, thank you to everyone who gave me advice on the original post. I really appreciate it. I'm not much of a writer, so I'm sorry if this sucks. I hope this also answers a couple questions that folks had in the comments. So yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God. No.
Thank God. Better late than never.
Well, yeah, and those 4 stories that she just told, I'm like, oh damn, he's actually trash.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. And I think that maybe someone could read, actually, I don't know, not me, but maybe somebody could read that initial story and think, oh, this is just a one-time argument. This is just like a one-off thing that you guys disagree about. I don't know if it's worth breaking up over. But it really just showed that it is a red flag of behavior of like not caring about her feelings at all.
Totally.
And it really is that deep. Like
it is that deep.
It is that deep.
100%.
Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Okay, this next one is coming from r/am I the asshole, and just want to make it clear, we do not support J.K. Rowling in this house. Okay, but this does have mentions of Hogwarts. So this is coming from r/am I the asshole. Am I the asshole for getting my stepdaughter a Hogwarts letter for her 11th birthday? I've been married for 4 years. My wife had a daughter from a previous relationship. My stepdaughter has been obsessed with Harry Potter since before I met her. She literally asked me if I liked Harry Potter when I met her. Her 11th birthday was yesterday, and I arranged for a letter to be delivered during her birthday party, and it was an admittance letter to Hogwarts. I thought that it was a really cute gift idea. My stepdaughter started freaking out, screaming, "It's real! It's real!" and really went nuts. Some of her friends seemed to join in on the excitement, and others less so. Her mother, my wife, held her to calm her down and explained to her that it wasn't real. It was just a joke that stepdad played on you. She started crying and screamed that she hated me and ran to her room. The other parents seemed to sympathize. One other father said that he thought that it was a nice idea. But after we sent everybody home, my wife yelled at me and said that what I did was selfish and cruel, and she couldn't believe that I would hurt her daughter like that. Was I wrong to do this? Was it an inappropriate gift for an 11-year-old? I really didn't mean to mock or hurt my stepdaughter. I thought that it was going to be fun. It didn't occur to me that my stepdaughter was young enough to actually think that this could be real. Am I the asshole?
Oh, that's kind of funny. I don't think he's an asshole. I think he didn't think it through, probably. I guess. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. No, not the asshole. I think you're right. I think it was dumb. Dumb move. Dumb move. But
yeah.
also, at 11 years old, don't you think you would know? Or am I wrong? Like, I haven't been around that many 11-year-olds. I mean, we have nieces who are around 11.
Is 11.
That they would think it's real?
No, I don't think so.
Right?
I don't think so.
Like, maybe our nieces are just really smart, though.
Yeah.
I think they'd be like, oh, thanks for the thought. Like, it's not a real gift.
Seriously. Yeah, I think he really just didn't think it was going to go that way. I would have been like, whoa, what's happening? This is not the reaction that I expected. Like, he was probably so thrown off.
No, like, he clearly didn't. I think he would be the asshole if he did it as a prank. But it sounds like it wasn't meant as a prank.
Yeah.
It was literally just, I think that this is a sweet thing to do. And oh my God, what do you think of the wife's reaction?
I thought it was weird that she called him cruel. Cruel is crazy. It was just, yeah. Yeah.
And selfish. Selfish is crazy.
Selfish is crazy. What did he get out of it?
To look like an asshole? Like,
yeah, I don't get that. It was an accident. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I could understand the wife's initial annoyance at, you see your kid upset and I don't know, maybe thinking, hey, that was dumb. I wish you hadn't have done that. But for hours later, for her to be laying into him and saying that he's cruel and selfish, I think wife needs to calm down.
I agree. Yeah, that's doing a little bit too much.
I don't know. I feel like even the kid saying that she hates him and crying and going upstairs is kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy, but I feel like kids, even like that age, just have tantrums sometimes for like no reason, or like things will just like kind of set them off, like an unexpected thing like that, being so excited and then being let down. Kids will start crying and stuff like that. I mean, I get that, but I feel like it's something we could have just gotten over. Like it didn't have to be that deep, like the reaction from the mom and everything. I think it would have been like the parents looking at each other and being like, whoa. Like, I don't know why she's like against him or like not on his side or like really mad at him specifically, if that makes sense. I feel like it would have just been like, whoa, that was crazy. Kids, right? That didn't go as
Kids be
planned.
crazy. Yeah, whoops. We missed the mark on that one. I think if Brandon did something like that, because man, I feel like Bran would do something like that. Potentially. That feels Brandon coded. I don't think I'd be mad at him. In fact, if my kid was like, I hate you, I'd be like, hey, we don't say that. Like I actually think that I would more so say, like, oh, well, daddy thought that it was sweet and wanted to give you the Hogwarts experience for your birthday or something like that. I think her going all in on that is kind of crazy. And I do not think that he is the asshole. And the top comment is not the asshole. The 11-year-old should know without a question that Harry Potter is fake. Your wife is the asshole for saying it was a trick and not helping your daughter understand books and yelling at you. Yeah, that's rough. Also, I don't know. I know I posted about it on TikTok before, but guys, I have a Harry Potter acceptance letter tattoo on my arm.
She does.
And it's a little... Okay, I actually, as far as how my tattoos look, this is my favorite looking tattoo. Unfortunately, it is tainted now by transphobic bullshit. And it's so frustrating because not only, and I think this might be the worst part about my tattoo, not only is it a Harry Potter tattoo, which I loved so much, it has a quote from J.K. Rowling. It's not even from the Harry Potter series. It's specifically a quote from her that says, we all have magic inside of us, next to the Hogwarts acceptance letter. And I'm like, hey, that sucks.
That does.
I hate that I have she who must not be name's quote tattooed on me, but yeah, it's a little crazy. Mia has a lot of tattoos. How many do you have, Mia?
1, 2, 3. I only have 4.
That's it. Well, you're young. You're 21, right?
Yes.
Let's see. I think I have one last one for you.
Okay.
Okay, this one is coming from r/Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for leaving my son's wedding early after he excluded me from his speech? I have a 23-year-old son, Justin, who got married 2 weeks ago. I wasn't physically involved in Justin's childhood because his mom and I got separated and I had to travel a lot for work, so his stepdad was more available than I was. During his teenage years, Justin started having fights with me, saying that I prioritized work over him and that I'm a Disney parent, but was never there for him during hard times, even though I provided for him financially. But he claimed that it's only because the law made me, which isn't true at all, and I strongly believe his stepdad was feeding lies into him. In the past 3 years, Justin started coming around, and I met his then girlfriend, now wife. When I heard that they were getting married, I decided to offer paying for the venue, and Justin seemed very appreciative of it. My wife and I attended the wedding and all went well, except when Justin started giving his speech. He kept talking about his mom and stepdad, and nowhere did he mention me. Not even a single word of recognition. I was hurt and devastated. I couldn't help but feel this way. I tried acting normal and keeping my composure, but I felt so heavy that I decided to leave the wedding early. I went home and broke down, but then I calmed down. Justin called asking why I left so early. I said I felt sick, but he kept pushing till I told him that I got upset that he didn't mention me or recognize me in his speech, and he said that I was being ridiculous to get upset over that. I asked him to respect how I felt, but he argued that he wasn't going to lie to make me happy. I asked what he meant because, as far as I know, part of his wedding was paid for by me. He said that I was unbelievable and then hung up. I called again and we fought on the phone after I told him that I felt unappreciated and disrespected, and he said he owed me exactly nothing and then hung up. We haven't talked ever since, and my wife says that I went too harsh on Justin and that I should apologize for disrespecting his wedding and not showing support before leaving. So what do you think?
You go first.
I think OP is the asshole. I think. I think
Yeah.
I understand the human thought of feeling upset at not being mentioned in a recognition speech. And I would love to hear the speech, because is the speech about, I'm so thankful for the people who've raised me, and
Right.
I love my mom and my stepdad? And was that the vibe of the speech? Or were they saying, thank you so much to everybody who helped pay for the wedding. Thank you to mom for paying for the food. Thank you to stepdad for paying for the flowers. Like, and then he snubbed him then? In which case, if he snubbed him while saying thanks about how much stuff cost and everybody who pitched in for the wedding, I could understand a bit more why the dad would be upset, because it feels like the venue is a huge cost, probably the biggest cost of the wedding. So I understand feeling snubbed. All that to say, though, like, even if that was the case, I think that leaving your son's wedding early and kind of throwing a fit about it and putting her on his wedding day is not okay, because I think that he should have stayed and at least put on a good face for the time being. And then if you really can't get over it, which I honestly think he should have just gotten over it, if he really can't get over it, sit down with your son, say, like, hey, it really hurt my feelings. It made me feel this way because I did pay for the venue. And I think that the son would have handled that a lot better. And
Yeah.
he would have been like, oh, I see. Well, I'm appreciative for the venue, but I see why that hurt you. Sorry, Dad, or something like that. But leaving the wedding early is making a statement. That is
Totally.
right. It
Yeah.
draws attention to it. And it's painful, for the son, especially. And then, like, going back to the other circumstance, say it wasn't about him in the speech thanking people for the cost, and it really was just about, like, I'm so thankful to mom and stepdad for always being here for me. I'm sorry, like, in your post, you literally said you weren't around. I mean,
Yeah.
you literally said that you were not physically there during his childhood, and as much as that hurts for you, that you don't feel recognized for playing a role in his life. Well, imagine how much that hurt for your son growing up. He didn't have his
1000%.
dad.
Yeah.
So, like, does the truth hurt? Does it suck to realize that you're not as appreciated as stepdad and the mom? Yeah, but you did that to a kid, mind you, not even just this grown adult. Like, that was a child who went through that. So if he doesn't feel like giving you your flowers for the bare minimum that you showed up for him growing up, I don't know. I don't think that the son is wrong for that. So what do you think?
No, I totally agree with everything you said. Yeah, I feel that too. I think leaving early just made it something it didn't have to be, and kind of just created hurt where it didn't need to exist between them. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I feel like it wasn't about the cost. I feel like it probably was just talking about his childhood and talking about, I'm so grateful for who was there for me and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, it may have hurt the dad to not be mentioned, but it wasn't like he was like actively like made like a dig at you or anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
bashing.
yeah, exactly. So it is what it is. I feel like.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder if part of it, I don't know, tell me what you think, but is part of it about the appearance of it? Like, I'm wondering if it hurt the dad because it genuinely hurt that he wasn't mentioned, or is there some level of embarrassment? Well, it does kind of suck to be up there, and I'm sure her parents are getting mentioned, stepdad and mom are getting mentioned. I mean, maybe he's embarrassed that his son didn't mention him, to feel singled out in that way.
That's probably definitely a part of it. A little bit of an ego there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like feeling hurt by that, but
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the dad thought by paying the venue, I'm showing up, which paying the venue is very nice, so I don't want to discount that he did pay the venue, but I wonder if he thought, oh, this makes up for, here I am showing up. And it's just not that simple. You can't buy your way into people's hearts or lives. And I don't know. I think that even if OP's wife or girlfriend, I don't remember what he said, but basically OP's partner, even she is saying you were wrong. So if your partner is telling you you're wrong, you're probably wrong.
Yes.
Okay, so top comment. This person quoted OP, I wasn't physically involved in Justin's childhood, so there's really no memories to even mention you in the speech. Ooh. Quoted them again and saying, Justin started having fights with me, saying stuff like I prioritize work over him. Well, by your own admission, he's right. You weren't there, and you don't get to be mentioned in the speech. Of course, you're the asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I understand the humanness of feeling disappointed, but I feel like you're partially disappointed by your own actions that led to this.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay, well, that is going to be it for the Reddit submissions, but we're going to move into our overshare moment. So let's see. I think I will go first.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first? Okay.
Yes.
So for my overshare moment, I'm going to talk about our Seattle trip. Okay.
Yes. That's what I wanted to talk about.
You know what? It can be a joint overshare.
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So the other night we were having a game night and Bran and I had booked a cruise, and then we decided that we weren't going to go on the cruise, and we were deciding that we were going to go somewhere for his 30th birthday instead, because he was like, I really just want to go somewhere for my 30th birthday. So his birthday's in October and the cruise would have been in November. So we decided to do that. And we were having a game night. And then like in the span of what, Mia? An hour?
Yes.
We're like, you know what? Let's all go to Seattle. And we start booking flights, booking rental cars. We planned an itinerary. We know where we're going, what transportation. We're going to take a train. And within just this entire night that was supposed to be a game night, we booked an entire trip.
We did. That's how we do it, I guess. Our last vacation we booked and we just spontaneously booked it after dinner. And so I guess this is just what we do, is just spontaneously book trips because the vibe has to be right. And then we're just like, you know what we should do? Book a vacation.
Let's do it right now.
Yeah.
And it's so soon.
I know. Oh my gosh. It's in 2 months.
I know. You guys would be so proud. We did so much of it already, though. We fully booked the hotels, the cars, everything. So we are starting off in Seattle, which, Mia, you've never been to Seattle, right?
No, never been anywhere up there. So I'm very excited.
Yeah. Well, part of the reason that we decided to go up there is we have this dream, the family, of not living in San Antonio.
That is the
dream. We don't care to live in a red state, low-key. High-key. And yeah, so we thought that it might be fun to go look at some places that we might potentially want to move someday. And I think all of us really like the Pacific Northwest. And we've all agreed that if we do end up moving, that we will probably all just collectively go and coordinate. Because we're all attached at the hip. We don't want to leave each other.
Yeah, as a group, we all got to go.
We all got to go. And we'll see. It'll be years until this happens. But it's fun to daydream about. So Seattle was definitely up there. And then we are also going to go to Portland, which is fun. And then this is crazy, guys. I'm probably not going to post on social media about it. So if you are listening to the Overshower, you get the tea. I'm going to post on it on social media later. Bran and I are going to Reading, which is crazy. And it's hopefully Bethel people don't attack me. I'm going to wear a hat. I'm going to wear sunglasses. I'm a little scared because I've been warned by Reading locals that people will recognize me and it's going to be a thing. So I'm just going to try to blend in because I'm like public enemy number one, probably at Bethel.
So hilarious. Yeah, she needs a disguise. She's like actually scared.
No, I am actually scared. Well, even the Airbnb, we booked it under Brand's name because I was like, so many of these Airbnbs are owned by Bethel staff and stuff. So I was like, it has to be under your name or else, honestly, they might cancel our booking. They may not want me staying in their home. So very exciting.
Yeah, that's very exciting. That's very exciting. I'm so excited. I feel so drawn to Oregon. I don't know why. I've never been there. I hardly know anything about up there, but I just want to live there so bad. And it's like, I just feel it. My soul feels up there. And I think it's so funny because we all kind of feel the same thing. So I think that's so interesting. And yeah, we should go check it out, scope the place out and kind of see.
Yeah, we want nature. And Mia, the epitome of Mia's dream probably is to like go live in the woods and be a fairy, right?
Yes. I want to live somewhere with a forest and I want to be like a hiking outdoor lady when I like get old. That's like what I want to do. I just want to like be in the forest every day, be by the trees. I need that. There are like not trees over here.
It's
Or, like,
really flat, guys. It's
really flat. It's just hot. There's no like nature. Seasons, yeah. So I think it would be so like such a good experience and so grounding to just walk outside every morning and see a mountain. Crazy. Like I need that.
Yeah, and Redding is Northern California, but it's so close to Oregon that I feel like I got a glimpse of what that life is like because it's beautiful. Like Northern California is gorgeous. And I know, like I told Fran, I have a feeling we're going to go and you're going to fall in love and you're going to want to move because it just seems so up his alley. He's so outdoorsy and I could see all of us just falling in love. So Mia, do you feel more drawn to Oregon than Seattle?
I do. I mean, Oregon was the place that I had in my head. I wasn't really thinking about Seattle, but they brought it up. I know they've been wanting to go to Seattle for a while. They keep bringing up Seattle.
I know. They were like, we have to go to Seattle.
I know Seattle wasn't what I was thinking of, but actually I think I'll like it now. I don't really know anything about Seattle. I don't know what I thought it was, but I'm excited for both. I feel like I have a little sweet spot for Oregon, but I'm excited to see. Yeah, because I just don't know, but
yes. Oh my gosh. Seattle's gorgeous. It's been all across my For You page recently because I was looking up stuff for the trip. So that's like all I'm seeing is Seattle. The only thing with Seattle is it's expensive. So if we are looking for a place to live and we do like Oregon, I'm down for Oregon as well. Like I'm down to live there. I don't know. I think I like San Antonio the most out of all of us, probably. Out of like Bran, you, Abby, and Maggie, I think I'd be the most down to keep living here forever, surprisingly. Because I know it is surprising because I do like living in a big city. I like that pretty much anything I could ever want to do or activity can most likely be found here. There is a lot here. I think we're the 6th or 7th, something like that, biggest city in America. But I don't love the heat. I don't love the heat and I hate the politics. And ideally, I think I want to raise my kids probably in somewhere a little more liberal and accepting and kind of get out of the Bible Belt.
Yeah, totally. I feel that. Yeah, I definitely don't want to live here forever. I'm like, it's nice for now, but yeah, it's like never been in the plan to stay here.
Yeah, whereas I'm probably the most out of all of us, okay to stay, you're the least okay with it.
So not down. I know, I always tell them, I'm like, guys, we're going somewhere. I don't know where, but like, I'm not living here for the rest of my life. So yeah.
Well, I'm so excited. So maybe on our next trip, we'll just keep going to places until we find the perfect place to live. But we'll post a lot of pictures. That way you guys can see our little Seattle and Oregon trip. But I think that's going to be it for this episode of the Overshare Hour. Thank you so much, Mia, for agreeing to come on. You're so much fun. You're always invited. Always.
Thank you. Oh my God, thanks so much. It was so fun.
Well, if you guys could leave a 5-star review for the Overshare Hour, that would mean the world to me. And also on Patreon, we have 3 bonus stories a month for $5. So if you want to support the podcast, that would be amazing. But with all of that being said, I will see you guys next week for another episode of the Overshare Hour.